Did you know your memory might be getting sabotaged by your own diet? Yep, not kidding. What you eat every day could be quietly erasing your ability to remember names, dates, brilliant ideas, or even where you left your car keys. While most people blame stress or age, the real culprit might be sitting right there on your plate, maybe even in that harmless evening snack. Now tell me, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. I love seeing how far this message goes. And if you're into health, wellness, and want to learn how to protect your mind with simple daily habits, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's a lot more coming that your brain will thank you for. Memory isn't just about acing exams or recalling birthdays. It's how we function, connect, and build our lives. It's what helps you remember your child's laugh, that big idea you had in the shower, or where you parked your car after a long day. But here's the twist. Memory isn't fixed. It can be nourished or neglected by the simplest daily choices. And diet, it's one of the biggest players on that stage, whether we realize it or not. Most people don't associate their meals with their mental sharpness, but the brain is literally built from the nutrients we give it. Eating the right foods can increase mental clarity, boost long-term recall, and even improve focus. On the flip side, a poor diet can lead to brain fog, forgetfulness, and long-term cognitive issues. And it doesn't take years to show. Sometimes just a few weeks of bad habits are enough to dull your edge. Yes, the connection is that real. Think about it. Common habits like skipping breakfast, chugging sugary drinks, or surviving on ultra-processed snacks are more than just energy zappers. They're memory drainers. They disrupt neurotransmitters, spike inflammation, and dehydrate your brain's ability to function at full power. That's why understanding what helps, or hurts, your memory is no longer just nice to know. It's essential for thriving. And to understand that, we need to dive deeper into how memory actually works. Understanding memory. Memory isn't a single drawer you open and close. It's more like a complex filing system constantly updating itself. Every time you learn something new, your brain forms connections between neurons, known as synapses. The more those connections are activated, the stronger the memory becomes. That's why repetition, emotion, and attention all play a role in memory formation. But here's the catch. That system depends heavily on brain health to function properly. We've got different types of memory doing different jobs. Short-term memory handles things like remembering a phone number just long enough to dial it, while long-term memory stores your childhood memories, knowledge, skills. Then there's working memory, which is your mental sticky note, juggling what you need in the moment. Each of these relies on different brain regions and chemical messengers to keep everything flowing. When one piece is off, everything else starts to wobble. Now, imagine trying to run this whole memory machine without the right fuel. No oil changes, no maintenance, just wear and tear. That's exactly what happens when brain health is compromised. Through stress, lack of sleep, or yes, poor nutrition. It's not just forgetfulness, it's your brain struggling to keep up. And if that sounds familiar, the food you eat could be a major part of the puzzle we're about to solve. The impact of diet on memory. The brain may only weigh about 3 pounds, but it demands over 20% of your daily energy intake. That means everything you eat either sharpens or dulls your cognitive edge. Nutrients like omega-3s, B vitamins, antioxidants, and magnesium aren't just nice-to-haves. They're critical for memory consolidation, focus, and mental clarity. Without them, your neurons fire slower, and your ability to retain information takes a hit. It's like trying to run a race with no shoes. Now let's talk about the villains: sugar, refined carbs, and trans fats. These guys light up your brain like a Christmas tree, for all the wrong reasons. They trigger inflammation, mess with insulin, signaling, and basically fog up the very circuits your memory depends on. Ever feel spaced out after a big bowl of pasta or a soda-heavy meal? That's your brain waving a white flag, asking for better fuel. Then there's oxidative stress, a fancy way of saying your brain is rusting from the inside out. It's what happens when you don't get enough antioxidants to fight off free radicals, especially from a junk-heavy diet. Left unchecked, this leads to the gradual erosion of memory and cognitive speed. But the good news? Every bite is a choice. And some foods are like natural shields, protecting your memory from this invisible attack. Common dietary mistakes. Let's clear something up. Not every diet trending on social media is your brain's best friend. In fact, many popular plans, like extreme keto, intermittent fasting done wrong, or juice cleanses, can starve your brain of the nutrients it desperately needs. Memory thrives on balance, not deprivation. When the brain senses scarcity, it shifts into survival mode, slowing down functions like focus and recall. That's not optimization. That's self-sabotage dressed in wellness. Clothing. And here's a kicker. Some so-called healthy foods aren't doing you any favors. Granola bars packed with sugar, low-fat yogurts full of additives, or plant-based meat substitutes loaded with sodium. These sneak into diets disguised as smart choices. But they spike blood sugar, drain your energy, and overload your system with preservatives. It's like trying to clean your house with dirty water. Looks healthy, feels trendy, but your memory knows the truth. Then there's the chaos of skipping meals or following yo-yo diets. These habits wreak havoc on blood glucose levels, leading to brain fog, irritability, and that dreaded afternoon crash. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. It needs steady, quality fuel. Forgetting to eat or constantly shocking your system confuses your metabolism and weakens mental resilience. Luckily, the shift towards smarter, memory-friendly meals is simpler than most think. What to include in your diet for better memory? Want a sharper memory? Start with your shopping list. Berries like blueberries and strawberries are packed with flavonoids that help preserve memory and delay brain aging. Fatty fish, think salmon, sardines, mackerel, are loaded with omega-3s, the holy grail of cognitive fuel. And don't sleep on leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and broccoli bring folate, lutein, and other memory-boosting nutrients to the table. Each bite is like casting a vote for your future brain. Now let's talk about hydration, because even mild dehydration can shrink your brain volume temporarily. That's right, your memory suffers when you skimp on water. Swapping one sugary drink for a glass of infused water, try lemon with mint or cucumber and basil, is a small shift with big payoff. Herbal teas and coconut water are great options, too, especially when caffeine is making you jittery instead of focused. Memory thrives in a well-hydrated brain, and here's where it all comes together. Balanced meals. Think quality protein, healthy fats, complex carbs, and vibrant veggies. A memory-loving plate might look like grilled salmon, quinoa, and a roasted veggie mix drizzled with olive oil, or even a smoothie with spinach, avocado, almond butter, and berries. It's not about restriction, it's about intention. Once your meals align with your brain's needs, you start thinking clearer, faster, and stronger. Practical tips for improving your diet. Small shifts create big waves, especially when it comes to eating for memory. Start simple. Swap white bread for whole grain, sugary snacks for a handful of nuts, and fried food for something roasted or steamed. Add one brain-friendly food a week and build from there. A bowl of oatmeal with berries in the morning can do more for your focus than any brain booster supplement. Real food, real results. Planning ahead is your secret weapon. Instead of wondering what to eat every day, prep some go-to meals on Sunday. Think quinoa salad with chickpeas and greens, grilled chicken wraps, or smoothie freezer packs. Having healthy options ready reduces the temptation to grab that ultra-processed microwave meal. Use apps like Mealime or Yazio to build brain-friendly meal plans that are quick and fun. Trust me, your memory will thank you. And remember, no need for perfection, just consistency. A little chocolate won't kill your neurons, but making it your daily go-to might. Embrace variety, stay curious with flavors, and focus on color. More. Natural color usually means more nutrients. Eat with intention, not autopilot. And the more your meals align with mental clarity, the easier it becomes to feel like your best self every single day. So, now that you know your memory isn't just built in your brain, but also in your kitchen, what are you gonna do about it? Keep fueling your mind with sugar spikes and processed quick fixes. Or start honoring your brain with the nutrients it's been craving all along? Every choice you make today writes a chapter in your mental clarity tomorrow. And no, you don't need to change everything overnight. Just take the first intentional step. What would happen if you replaced just one processed snack a day with a brain-friendly option? Or started your mornings with water instead of caffeine? Overload. Imagine how much sharper, calmer, and more productive you could be in just a week. The power is already in your hands. Your plate, your glass, your habits. So now I ask you, what's the first thing you're changing in your diet starting today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your biggest memory challenge right now? Let's start a real conversation. And if you want to keep unlocking more strategies for a healthier, sharper brain, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There's a lot more coming that your future self will thank you for.